Scientists claim that the desert planet from Dune is Plausible. Known for its intensely hot temperatures during the day and extremely cold nights, Arrakis is the central planet in the Dune science fiction series, written by Frank Herbert. It is a desert planet that plays a crucial role in the plot, being the only place in the universe where melange or spice is produced, a highly valuable substance with properties that enable the expansion of consciousness and intergalactic navigation. During the day, temperatures can reach unbearable levels, with scorching heat covering the vast sand dunes. At night, the arid landscape is gripped by biting cold, creating a harsh and relentless climate cycle. This combination of extreme heat and severe cold shapes life on Arrakis, making it one of the most inhospitable places in the universe. Survival heavily relies on the use of special suits that conserve moisture and protect inhabitants from the extreme conditions. The ecology of Arrakis is dominated by vast deserts and an almost total absence of water on the surface. There are no rivers, seas, or forests, and vegetation is practically non-existent, except in a few isolated areas where the Fremen, the native population, have managed to cultivate hardy plants. The scarcity of water resources defines the planet's social and economic structure, with water being an extremely precious commodity. The Fremen have developed survival techniques in harmony with the desert environment, creating ingenious strategies for capturing and preserving moisture, allowing them to live on a planet that would seem uninhabitable to most. Other theories involving desert planets suggest that these celestial bodies could have very long climate cycles, possibly lasting thousands or even millions of years. Changes in the planet's tilt or orbital variations could cause slow and drastic climate changes, alternating between wetter and extremely arid periods. This phenomenon is similar to the Milankovitch cycles, which influence Earth's climate and suggest that even the driest planets could have transitional phases. Additionally, scientists speculate that, despite being dry on the surface, desert planets might hide water deep underground or in other forms, such as subterranean ice. For instance, it is speculated that Mars has large reserves of frozen water beneath its surface. The issue of spices and, of course, the giant worms is still purely fictional, but would a desert world like Arrakis be viable in the real world? To answer this question, in 2021, researchers from the universities of Bristol and Sheffield, both in the UK, created a three-dimensional climate model of the desert planet. They then gathered the climate information about Arrakis contained in the Dune Universe Encyclopedia, including data on the planet's topography and climate. Arrakis would have some distinctions compared to Earth's atmosphere. For example, the CO2 concentration on the surface would be lower. While on Earth, we find about 417 parts per million. On Arrakis, this concentration would be around 350. However, the desert planet would compensate with its high ozone levels. This gas would make up 0.5% of Arrakis's atmosphere, compared to just 0.0000001% on Earth. This would help explain why the planet is so hot, as ozone has 65 times the atmospheric warming power of carbon dioxide. With all this data, the scientists rendered the climate model. The results indicate that the real Arrakis would be somewhat different from the one described in the book. In the fiction, the planet's polar regions, where major cities like Arrakis are located, have milder climates. However, the climate model suggests that the tropical regions would be the most temperate. During the summer or the hotter months, temperatures would reach approximately 45 degrees Celsius. In the winter months, maximum temperatures wouldn't exceed 15 degrees Celsius. In the polar and mid-latitude regions, conditions would be extreme and dangerous, with temperatures ranging from 70 degrees Celsius in summer to minus 75 degrees Celsius in winter. This happens because, although the sun hits the equatorial areas more directly, the polar regions on Arrakis have more atmospheric moisture and high clouds, creating a greenhouse effect that further heats these areas. Another important difference involves rainfall. In the book, it is mentioned that it never rains on Arrakis, but the model suggests that light rains could occur, especially in mountainous areas and high plateaus in the higher latitudes. The tropics, however, would also have their challenges. In this region, we would find giant dunes up to 250 meters tall and intense winds that would cause large sandstorms. The main question is, would it be possible to live on Arrakis? Researchers indicate that it would, although survival would depend on advanced technologies. With an average annual temperature of around 50 degrees Celsius, the planet would be extremely inhospitable, but still habitable. In the books, characters use special suits, called still suits, to survive the desert heat. These suits were designed to keep the body cool, retain bodily moisture, and recycle all bodily fluids, such as sweat, breath, and even urine. If Arrakis is indeed plausible, scientists could explore the idea of terraforming, modifying a planet's atmosphere and ecology to make it more habitable. The terraforming of Arrakis, as speculated in Dune, would involve controlling water and possibly introducing vegetation, with the goal of altering the climate and making the environment less arid, something that is being discussed for Mars, for example. If Arrakis were truly a viable planet for life, this would not only expand our capabilities for planetary colonization, but also force us to rethink what is considered habitable, both on Earth and in the universe. Well, it would be fascinating if we truly had the chance to explore a planet like Arrakis, with its vast deserts, precious resources, and hidden mysteries beneath the sand. Imagine how amazing it would be to discover new forms of life and extreme ecosystems that challenge our understanding of survival in hostile environments. But for now, that possibility remains in fiction and scientific studies that continue to advance. The most important thing is that, while we dream of distant worlds, we are making significant progress in exploring and better understanding our own solar system, expanding the boundaries of what we consider possible. After all, reality has its own surprises and challenges. There is much to be discovered on the planets and moons we already know, and who knows what secrets they hold. But one thing is certain. Few of us would be willing to confront a giant worm that lives beneath the sand, like the feared Shai-Hulud of Arrakis. Perhaps it's best to leave that to fiction for now, and continue safely exploring the space that's within our reach. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep exploring the curiosities of the universe with me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to receive all the updates for upcoming videos. That way, you won't miss any new discoveries or interesting theories about space and science. Stay tuned, there's much more content coming your way. See you next time.